Welcome inside the booth for Game 2 of a KCL doubleheader today at the Corn Crib. And it's Game 2 of 3 total here in Bloomington Normal. The Prairie Flamingos just defeated the defending champions Bobcats 12-2 and clinched a spot in the second versus third place game. They'll await their opponents. It'll come out of this one. The Ground Sloths and the Blue Caps. They're all set to square off momentarily. First pitch set for 1:46 p.m. local time here in the Blono area. We'll see the Ground Sloths bats first, and they'll face the dominant right-hander Joshua Kersell, who's been very consistent all year long. A strikeout machine. 11 of the 23 outs he's recorded has come via the strikeout. He's only allowed 1 hit across 7 2/3 innings of work, allowing 3 walks and boasting an ERA of 0.00. And he'll face the left-handed center fielder Logan Rosenthal of the Ground Sloths to lead off Game 2 of 3 here at the Corn Crib today. My name is Leo Romano alongside Braden Hartman. The first offering to Logan Rosenthal is a fastball that runs inside and is fouled away by Logan Rosenthal for strike 1. We'll take this time to meet the field for the Blue Caps. Out and left, it's Austin Lucas. Center field is Carter Lang, and Carson Butler is in at right field as Joshua Kersell runs a fastball for ball 1 to even out the count at 1 apiece. He'll kick and deal. The third one runs inside on Rosenthal for ball 2. Across the infield, it's Trey Schilling getting the start at third. Griffin Meeker at short. Luke Martin at second, completing the middle infield. Max Creamy over at first. And catching for Joshua Kersell is Josh Eisfelder, and he'll stop that one low and away for ball 3.
The Ground Sloths would love to come away with a win today. Prairie Flamingos just improved to 9-11. The Ground Sloths currently sit at 9-9.
The 3-run runs outside, but catches a piece of the outside corner for strike 2. And right away, Joshua Kersell faces a full count. The windup and the pitch. This ball laced into right center. It'll get down in one hop over the wall for a ground rule double. What a way to start things off for Logan Rosenthal.
Love that swing from Logan Rosenthal. Splits the gap in right and center field. One hop over the wall. I think he's probably a little bit salty. He'll take the ground rule double, but a little bit salty I didn't say in the park because he would have probably been able to try for third with his speed.
Andrew Wagner, the left fielder, now steps in on the right-hand side. He's batting second today for the Ground Sloths. Andrew Dawson, the third baseman, is batting third. Tanner Soshnek out in right field in the cleanup spot. Joshua Kersell looks back Rosenthal and comes home with a high strike that produces a swing and a miss out of Wagner for strike 1. Completing the lineup is Cameron Crawford at first base. He's batting 5th. Owen Adams at second, batting 6th. The shortstop, Linton Garrett, is batting 7th. Catcher Kate Ashby batting 8th, and Logan Mills, the DH, in the 9 spot. The second offering runs high and inside, almost clips a piece of Wagner's helmet for ball 1.
Ground Sloths are riding high coming into this game after a 10-0 run rule victory against the Bobcats.
The 1-1 misses inside again to Wagner.
They're starting right where they left off with that ground rule double over there by Rosenthal.
An excellent piece of hitting to start off this one. Only the second hit all season Joshua Kersell has let up. He'll come home. This one popped up straight back. Running out of room is the catcher Josh Eisfelder, and it'll bounce up above us on the rooftop. Fans waiting for it to fall down, and it does, as it scares a few ladies sitting behind home plate.
Well, you got to know it's coming back. It's a slanted roof. You know it can't go up. It didn't go up that far, so have to expect that thing's going to fall over.
1-2 the count now to Andrew Wagner. Similar swing. He pops this one up and out of play. This time it won't scare anyone, as it only landed a few rows deep. Andrew Wagner out of Parkland Community College, batting .333 this summer. A good start to his season, and has a runner in scoring position in the leadoff man, Logan Rosenthal. He'll chop this one over left side. Griffin Meeker, the shortstop there, fires across his body for out number one. As Max Screamy howls it in, Logan Rosenthal will stay put at second.
And a great job by Griffin Meeker to make sure that Rosenthal went back to second and was not going to try and take third after the throw. Looks him back and then goes to first. That's exactly how you do it.
Now the dangerous third baseman and right-handed Andrew Dawson steps in. He homered earlier this week. Looking to do some damage here. The first offering to him is cut through on a breaking ball for strike one. One out after the ground out to short off the bat of Andrew Wagner. Logan Rosenthal, after the double, is still standing on second. The breaking ball here from Kersell misses low and away for ball one. 1-1 the count now. And if you're Andrew Dawson, you're waiting patiently up there looking for yours to hit. Joshua Kersell has yet to give up a run this year. He kicks and deals. And the batter, Dawson, will spoil it off for strike two.
There's a mob of children roaming around the corn crib. As you know, if you find a baseball, I think you get a free dessert over there from Corny's. If you turn it in, you get a spin of the wheel. So got to believe that's the motivation.
1-2 strikes. The pitch gets away from Josh Eisfelder. So Logan Rosenthal will swipe third base. The pitch was inside. It was called a ball. 2-2 the count now with one out. And the leadoff man just 90 feet away from drawing first blood. Will Andrew Dawson send him home? The windup and the pitch spiked into the dirt. Good stop again by Eisfelder. And the count runs to full. Three balls, two strikes, one out. Andrew Dawson awaits the payoff pitch. And he'll float this one to the center fielder, Carter Lang. He'll catch it and fire home. As Logan Rosenthal will slide in safely. It'll be a sacrifice fly for Andrew Dawson. 1-0 ground Sloths.
Love that at bat. You work the count to full, you stay alive, and then you do your job. You get a fly out to deep into the outfield, easily causing Logan Rosenthal to score. The ground Sloths strike first.
Nobody on now for the cleanup hitter, Tanner Soshenek, who's playing in right field today. He digs in on the right side. The first offering from Kersell is a breaking ball that misses low for ball one. Tanner Soshenek only batting .278 this summer. He'll watch this one float high for ball one. Sorry, for ball two. 2-0 the count now to Tanner Soshenek. He's got 10 hits. 3 of them are doubles. As Kersell spikes in another for ball 3. Tanner Soshenek quickly in a hitter-friendly count. Three balls, no strikes, 2 outs. The flag out in right center field. Swing from left to right as the wind's picking up here today. And Joshua Kersell misses in the basement for ball 4.
You get a clean slate after the sacrifice fly. You give up a run, but you get nobody on. And then with 2 outs, you have a 2-out walk to Soshenek. Not what you want to do if you're Kersell. I think you'll be a little bit more aggressive here against the next hitter, Cameron Crawford.
And Cameron Crawford, red helmet, red bat, and he's been red hot. .324 this summer, 11 hits to his name. 5 of them are doubles. 2 of them have gotten out of here. And the first offering to him is upstairs for ball 1. 1-0 the count, 1-0 the score. 2 outs. The runner, Soshenek, takes off. The throw gets into center. Rounding second and into third is Tanner Soshenek. He'll slide in safely. And now the second run of the ball game for the Ground Sloths is just 90 feet away after the throw gets away from Josh Eisfelder.
We know the Blue Caps have struggled with self-inflicted errors, had a really tough night last time out, a lot of errors. And right there's just another miscue by the Blue Caps on defense, an errant throw by the catcher Josh Eisfelder.
That's right. In a game last week, the Blue Caps defense committed not 1, not 2, not 3, not even 4, and not even 5 or 6, but 7 errors in a crushing loss.
They say, it's really hard to win games when you have maybe 2 or 3 errors. I would say 3, you're starting to get to the point where it's really hard to win a game with 3 errors. 7 or anything higher than that, especially 7, it's just, you're not going to have a chance. So, got to be able to make plays on defense. So, not a good start after coming back from that. I think that's got to be what Dave Lingle is telling them. Everyone, relax. Everybody, we've reset. We're coming into this game with a clean slate. There's no reason to think about what happened. Let's focus on us. You have 2 outs. You're 1 pitch away. 2-0 hitters count now to Crawford.
Joshua Kersell, the Cobra, out of Parkland Community College, fires a fastball down low. And now he's behind 3 balls and no strikes to Cameron Crawford. And he'll walk on 4 pitches. That's 8 straight balls.
And I would think the next hitter, Owen Adams, probably dead take. I would maybe consider dead take until 2 strikes. Now, with Kersell kind of struggling here, it's not ideal for him because, he has 2 outs. He's 1 pitch away, and now both runners reach and advance. So now it's first and third, still with 2 outs. You just need 1.
With runners on the corners, Kersell's first pitch runs inside for ball 1 to Owen Adams. 9 consecutive balls now out of the right hand of Joshua Kersell. And Cameron Crawford will go over to second and now to third as 1 run comes in. Owen Adams with a base hit up the middle to make this game 2-0.
Owen Adams sends it right back where it came from, right back up. It bounces just over the second base bag, out of reach from the shortstop, Griffin Minker, into center field. And, they take advantage to all this happening with 2 outs. Kersell, you got to find a way to stop this from happening and end this inning.
Uncharacteristic start for Kersell, who came in with a 0.00 ERA, has now let up 2 earned runs as the breaking ball to the right-handed Leighton Gerdes misses high. He also only allowed 1 hit all year. That was the 2nd hit of the contest. This time the breaking ball finds the zone for strike 1. 1-1 the count now. And he also only had 3 walks coming into this outing. And the back-to-back walks to Soshenek and Crawford makes it 5 on the season. He'll miss high again with an off-speed pitch that he just doesn't quite get into the zone. 2-1 the count now with 2 outs and 2 on. Ground Sloths already ahead 2-0. From the belt, he fires. This one popped up gently on the right side. And Joshua Kersell, look at that. He'll take it himself in foul territory for out number 3, but not before the Ground Sloths put up 2. It's 2-0 here at the Corn Crib. We'll head to the bottom of the first, where we'll see the Blue Caps bats for the first time, led off by the shortstop Griffin Meeker, Max Greamy, the first baseman, to follow, and Michael Lucas, the DH, batting third. Up 2-0. Mason Souter will get the start for the Ground Sloths. And the Charger out of Carl Sandberg has been phenomenal so far this season. Across 14 2/3 innings of work, a 2.39 ERA. And he's limited damage as he's given up 14 hits across the 14.2 innings. Only 12 strikeouts and 17 walks to his name. So he can get a bit sloppy. But he's got a nice lead as he'll face the shortstop Griffin Meeker to lead things off. I mentioned it as we went into the break, but Max Greamy's batting second, Michael Lucas, the DH, batting third, and then Carson Butler, the right fielder, is in the cleanup spot. In the middle of the lineup's the catcher, Josh Eisfelder. Carter Ling will bat sixth and plays center. Trey Schilling is over at third, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Luke Martin. He's playing second base, and the left fielder, Austin Lucas, rounds out this lineup.
Mason Sauter, you mentioned the kind of high walk total. If he's going to, with the 2-run lead, you got to be aggressive. I think his goal right now, at least with the 2-run lead at this moment, is to make sure that you are not giving them anything free. Make them earn it.
Second pitch of the at-bat, driven up the middle, but it's Leighton Garris, the shortstop, who gets the stop, but not over to first in time. So it'll go down as an infield single to lead things off for Griffin Meeker.
Just a very tough play. Gerardis did everything he could to make it. Dove, fielded it cleanly, got up on a knee, and then fired it over to first. But Griffin Meeker was already there.
Max Greamy out of Heartland Community College with a runner on first, steps in on the right side. Souter will fire home, and it's a fastball upstairs for strike one. Nice piece of hitting there out of Griffin Meeker to lead things off. It was sharply hit back up the middle. Gerardis put a nice glove on it, but couldn't fire it over in time. The second offering to Greamy is an off-speed pitch that misses low and away for ball one. 1-1 the count now. To the dangerous Max Greamy, who's hitting .368 on the season with a .457 on-base percentage. The next offering is a fastball dotted on the outside corner for strike two. 1-2 now. Max Greamy shows Mason Souter where he wants it. Souter looks over to Cameron Crawford and fires it over to first. But Griffin Meeker is there in time. Mason Souter will reset from the stretch, fires home. And Greamy catches a piece of that and fouls it away to stay alive. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes to the first baseman. Who had a nice scoop in the first. The 1-2 runs high and inside for ball 2. Let's take this time to meet the defense of the Ground Sloths. Andrew Wagner getting the start in left. Logan Rosenthal in center. Tanner Sochanek in right. And across the infield, it's Andrew Dawson at third. Leighton Gerardis at short. Owen Adams at second. And Cameron Crawford at first as Max Greamy spoils off another Mason Souter fastball. Catching first, Mason Souter, is Cade Ashby, who will lead off the top of the second. But for now, Mason Souter, his focus is on Max Greamy, who's working a good at-bat. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Meeker takes off. This ball hit to right. It has a chance. Foul. The wind blowing from left to right catches that ball and knocks it down just short and right of the foul pole in right field.
Yeah, that one just carried a little bit too far to the right and was killed a little bit. It died at the end. I thought off the bat it might have a real chance to get out, but the wind tried everything it could not quite bring it to go around that foul pole.
The 2-2 high and inside for ball 3. The Ground Sloths have set up a defensive dominant lineup in the field. Meeker goes on the payoff pitch, and it's fouled away by Max Greamy. Griffin Meeker sure is getting a workout in on the base paths. Has had to run back and forth now quite a few times as Max Greamy stays alive.
Another one on a foul ball, too. That's kind of obviously 3-2 count. We got to fight stuff off, but it is kind of frustrating as a runner where you're like, oh, I was there.
Here's the payoff pitch, and it's fouled away into the concourse on the right side yet again. What a wonderful at-bat here out of Max Greamy. Making the right-handed pitcher, Mason Souter, really earn his first out of the contest. Here's the payoff pitch for the third time, and it's grounded through the hole on the left side. Back-to-back singles for the Blue Caps. Puts 2 aboard with the DH, Michael Lucas, strutting to home plate.
Found the hole there. The shortstop over there for the Ground Sloth, Leighton Gerardis, kind of close to the bag, so that left side of the field was wide open, and he hit it right there.
Gerardis was asked to cheat over as the runner went from first to second. This one down the third baseline just gets foul. It looked fair.
No, it looked really fair, but it bounced twice. Dave Lingle's arguing, but I think the umpire got it right. It was a very close call, but just I think it bounced a little bit to the left right before the bat. The ball was spinning to the left side, so it was kind of moving that way. I would assume probably just foul the bag. I'm not sure. It's kind of hard for a manager to see that from there.
The 0-1, a nice curveball on the outside corner for strike 2. Going back to that foul ball down the third base side, Dave Lingle thought he had an argument, but the home plate umpire sure did get that one right. Here's the 0-2. Way high to Michael Lucas for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Meeker led off the bottom half of this one with a single. Max Greamy followed it with a single of his own. They're the 2 runners on. And Michael Lucas will swing and miss at strike 3. Mason Souter picks up his 13th strikeout of the season, and it comes in a big spot.
Love that spot, too. Up and away. Got him to swing at it. Kind of an awkward swing. He gets the strikeout. That's a big first out with the runners at first and second.
The right fielder, Carson Butler, now digs in on the right side. Souter looks back Meeker at second and fires home. That off-speed pitch upstairs gets Carson Butler swinging and missing for strike 1.
His timing was right. He was just way below it. Not a very, I don't know how to even word that, accurate swing. But he was right on time, but the PCI was not there.
Souter will take a step off the mound. Griffin Meeker doing a lot of dancing over there at second base, proving to be a distraction. But Mason Souter comes home with another strike. That one, a brilliant off-speed pitch that gets Butler to chase. 0-2 the count now with 1 away. Meeker still presenting himself a problem, but Mason Souter doesn't mind. He comes home with a fastball that catches Carson Butler looking for strike 3. And after the back-to-back singles for the Blue Caps, it's back-to-back strikeouts for Mason Souter.
Goes right at him with a fastball. Rear back, fired that one in there. No swing, doesn't matter. In the zone, strike 3. 2 down now, 2 big strikeouts.
After 2 important Ks, Josh Eisfelder, the catcher, now stands in on the right side. Souter looks back Meeker at second a few times. He's off and running. And the throw not in time from Cade Ashby. A little offline. Drew Andrew Dawson into foul territory. Good scoop by the third baseman. As Griffin Meeker gets third and Max Greamy in the meantime, steals second. So 2 in scoring position now for the Blue Caps.
He almost looked like a catcher there, too. Great job keeping that in front of him. He was going to put his chest on it. Didn't have to, but saves that ball from going to the left.
The 0-1 to Eisfelder is cut through for strike 2.
That looked like a changeup. That was a really good changeup. It moved in on the hands of Eisfelder, and he swung right around it. Corkscrewed.
Josh Eisfelder, with one swing of the bat, can tie this ball game up. And he'll catch a piece of the high fastball to keep this bat moving.
That one just barely tipped off the glove of Ashby. He kind of showed a little bit of frustration there. Thought he should have caught that ball. That would have been a strikeout then. And that would have been the 3rd in a row. But we will do it again. Still an 0-2 count.
Josh Eisfelder with 7 hits on the summer. Looking for another one here. The 0-2 from Souter is outside for ball 1. The off-speed pitch doesn't get the catcher to bite. 1-2 now the count. Meeker, the runner, on third. Greamy on second. The 1-2 to Eisfelder. High and inside. Make it 2-2 now with 2 gone.
Trying to search for that put-away pitch. Hasn't been able to get him to swing on the last 2. Great takes by Eisfelder.
Eisfelder with 2 in scoring position. Has a chance to even this game out. Souter comes home with a pitch high and inside again for ball 3. Now after being down 0-2, Josh Eisfelder has the count at 3-2. The payoff pitch from Souter. A swing and a miss for strike 3. Souter punches out Eisfelder to strike out the side after Meeker and Greamy led off the inning with back-to-back singles. Wow. The Blue Caps leave 2 stranded and find themselves down 2-0 after 1. You're listening to KCL Baseball on the official YouTube of the Normal Corn Belters. Back with you at the Corn Crib alongside Braden Hartman. I'm Leo Romano. We're set to get the second inning of action underway here in Bloomington Normal, where it's 83 degrees. The wind is blowing from our left to right, and the smog from the wildfires of the upper United States and lower Canada have found its way here. The first offering from Joshua Cursell to the right-handed Kate Ashby is low and away for ball 1. And the second offering drops in the zone for strike one. 1-1 the count to Cade Ashby, who's had a quiet summer, batting just .212. As Kersell spikes this one into the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike now. He might only be batting .212 with 7 hits, but 4 of them are doubles, and he has 8 RBIs. This one back up the middle. Nice play by Griffin Meeker, the shortstop, and he'll get it over to the first baseman, Max Greamy, in time for the first out of the second.
I thought for a moment that was going to get through, but really nice job by Meeker. Shows his range, goes to his left, fields it on the run, and kind of flips it on, we'll call it a jog, flips it on a jog over to first and gets the big first out.
Logan Mills, the DH, now steps in for the first time before the lineup turns back over to the center fielder, Logan Rosenthal, who led things off with a ground rule double. And the first offering is swung on and missed for strike one. Logan Mills, one of the worst averages on the team at 167, looks at a fastball low and away for strike two. Kersell from the windup. Called strike three. His first strikeout of the game and the second out of this inning.
And I love that he comes back with a strikeout, gives up 2 runs, and then comes out dealing.
Joshua Kersell back in his midseason form after allowing his first 2 earned runs of the season back in the top of the first. The fastball here gets away from him and is spiked into the dirt. Logan Rosenthal, the lefty, now stands in. He started off this game with a ground rule double and then got to third and scored on a sac fly off the bat of Andrew Dawson. The second pitch to him is high and outside, but catches a piece of the zone for strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 gone here in the top of the second. Rosenthal rolls it over to the first baseman, who flips it over to the pitcher, Joshua Kersell, in time for out number 3. 1.5 innings in the books here. Ground Sloths 2, Blue Caps nothing. Mason Souter set to go for his second inning of work for the Ground Sloths here in the bottom of the second. And the first batter he'll face is the center fielder, Carter Lang. Lang only batting .222 on the season. The windup and the pitch from Souter. High for ball one. That fastball in at 85 miles an hour. The second one, low and inside, catches a piece of the zone for strike one. Mason Souter struck out the side after issuing back-to-back singles to start off the first, and he gets Carter Lang to swing and miss at a breaking ball in the zone for strike two. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This one popped up right at the second baseman. It's playable for Owen Adams, and he'll haul it in for out number 1. Good start to the bottom of the second for the Charger out of Carl Sandburg College, Mason Souter. And it brings up the third baseman and right-hander, Trey Schilling of the Blue Caps, with 1 gone. The windup and the pitch catches a piece of the zone for strike 1. A beautiful breaking ball there out of Mason Souter. Glove rested on his face, now down to the belt as he kicks and deals. And Trey Schilling will spoil this one away for strike 2.
I love what I've seen so far from Souter. His delivery, he's so fluid with his delivery. He's always on time. He doesn't speed up, slow down. He's very fluid with it, and I love what I've seen from him so far. Only 1 hit allowed.
Trey Schilling out of Illinois Wesleyan looks at a breaking ball that misses high. Schilling batting just a tick better than Carter Lang, who just flew out to the second baseman. The windup in the pitch, high and outside for another ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Mason Souter working from the windup. He'll kick and deal. This ball lined to the right side and foul as it bangs up against the dugout of the Blue Caps. We'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. This ball hit well into right. It's playable for Tanner Soshanek, and he'll make the catch there out in right field. Up on the warning track. Almost had him against the wall. 2 outs now.
Kind of a weird one off the bat. I don't think he saw it totally well. Soshanek started going to his right and then changed direction and then quickly realized it was right at him at the last second and turned his body to face the baseball and made the catch while backpedaling. So not the greatest route by him, but it got the job done. 2 outs.
Luke Martin, the second baseman, now steps in on the right side for his first time today as he watches a breaking ball fall in the zone for strike 1. Luke Martin on the season only batting .115. It's been an underwhelming summer for the right-handed batter, to say the least. Here's the next offering. On the outside corner, just misses. The pitch before that was in a similar spot. So it'll be 2-1 the count now with 2 outs. Mason Souter still working from the windup. He kicks and fires home. This ball inside for ball 3, and it catches a piece of the catcher, Cade Ashby, who's a bit shaken up. He'll walk things out as the home plate umpire sets a ball in the hand of Mason Souter to give the catcher some time.
As you said, I guess I said earlier last game about how there wasn't a lot of people, and you said, oh, they'll fill in. They've started to fill in here at the Corn Crib. A lot more fans currently in the stands now. A lot of them staying out of the sun up in the awning.
That pitch misses outside. 2-2 the count now. The windup and the pitch. Souter baits the outside corner but doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. Full count now. The payoff pitch to Martin. Swung on in through the hole on the right side. Gets past the first baseman, Cameron Crawford. And just like that, a 2-out single for Luke Martin. Puts a runner on base for the left fielder, Austin Lucas.
Prolong the inning, right? Sauter kind of rolling right now, and you getting that hit, maybe he has to make, he now has to make a few more pitches. Maybe you can get something going now.
Austin Lucas now steps in on the left side. He'll take a big swing and a miss. That results in strike one. Austin Lucas was not originally set to go today. He comes in for Schnurley, and he'll foul this one off on the left side. Luke Martin took off for a second, but he'll have to retreat. Blue Caps down 2-0 here in the bottom of the second, trying to get things going. And it's up to the left-hander, Austin Lucas. He's had a good summer, batting just below 300. Mason Souter fires over to his first baseman, Cameron Crawford, to check in on Luke Martin after he poked a single out to right. 0-2 the count. This one runs high and outside on Mason Souter. So it'll be ball one to Austin Lucas. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Luke Martin with a healthy lead over at first. And his teammate Austin Lucas will foul this one back and away to keep the count at 1-2. This game between the Ground Sloths and the Blue Caps, the second here of 3 on the day. To cap things off at 6:30 p.m., the Normal Corn Belters will host. That one gets up the middle, and it's a single for Austin Lucas. And for the second time today, the Blue Caps have back-to-back hits, and now they're threatening as things turn back to the top of the lineup in Griffin Meeker.
And now you've thrown Sauter out of his rhythm. You get 2 quick outs, and then you follow it out with 2 quick singles. And now you have a runner in scoring position. If you can get another hit, maybe you can score a run and split the lead in half.
The first pitch is high and in for strike one to Griffin Meeker, who singled to lead things off in the bottom frame of the first. And now he's up for his second time in 2 innings with 2 outs. The pitch from Souter, low and away, with an off-speed pitch. But yes, Game 3, the nightcap is tonight at 6:30 as the Normal Corn Belters see the return of manager Billy DuBois as they host the Springfield Lucky Horseshoes. This one down low for ball 2. Corn Belters went 3-1 without their manager, Billy DuBois. They split a doubleheader yesterday in O'Fallon, Missouri against the Hoots. The 2-1 swung on and lifted right at the first baseman, and Cameron Crawford will make the catch. We're through 2 here at the Corn Crib. Still 2-0 in favor of the Ground Sloths. And we'll see their bats up next in the top half of the third when we return. Trenton Bridges, the new arm on the mound for the Blue Caps. After Joshua Kersell let up his first 2 runs of the season, the first offering from Trenton Bridges runs high and inside to Andrew Wagner. Wagner from the right side looks at this one for ball 2, low and away. His first time up, he grounded out to the shortstop Griffin Meeker, who showed off his range back in the first. The 2-0 gets well away there from Trenton Bridges for another ball. Trenton Bridges from Warrenburg, Illinois, plays his collegiate ball at Millikan University, and so far this summer has over 7 innings of work with an ERA just north of 10. And that walk, 4-pitch walk at that, to Andrew Wagner will be his 10th of the season. So the leadoff man is aboard for the Ground Sloths to start off the 3rd inning.
You get a big 0 in that last half inning. They were threatening you, the Blue Caps were, with runners at first and second, 2-out action. Then you get out of it, and then right away, get a leadoff runner. If you can score here, that's a big momentum boost for you and also deflating for the other side.
The first offering from Bridges to the third baseman, Andrew Dawson, is a strike on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Bridges comes home. Wagner takes off for second. He now rounds third as the ball gets away from Josh Eisfelder behind home plate. And Andrew Wagner will have third base. So now the 3rd run of the game for the Ground Sloths, just 90 feet away, Braden.
Yeah, terrible timing to do that. You throw a fastball up and in, and it misses not just the zone, but also your catcher Eisfelder. And the runner over there was running on the pitch. So he was already at second, was easily able to take third.
Infield now in, as Dawson takes strike 2. Andrew Dawson already with an RBI here today. He had a sac fly to the center fielder Carter Lang that drove in Logan Rosenthal, as that offering from Trenton Bridges drives inside on Dawson for ball 2. Bridges from the stretch fires in a fastball. Andrew Dawson catches a piece of it and fouls it back. 2-2 the count. Andrew Dawson already with 3 home runs on the season, batting .459, but he'll strike out here as Trenton Bridges paints the outside corner and gets the third baseman down on strikes.
It's way too close to take that pitch. A fastball just outside, maybe clipping the outside part of the zone, called strike 3. Got to be able to put that in play or at least foul it off with the runner at third and no outs.
And it's only the 4th time this season that Andrew Dawson has struck out. Tanner Soshanek now steps in and takes ball 1 that runs away from him. Soshanek walked his first time up and then scored off the Owen Adams RBI single. Soshanek will cut through this one for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike now with 1 out. Bridges comes set, kicks and deals, and it's in there for strike 2. Tanner Soshanek took a big hack at that one, Braden.
Yeah, huge hack. Trying to do more than just advance the runner there.
With the infield in, here's the 1-2, and it just misses on the outside corner to the right-handed Tanner Soshanek. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Andrew Wagner, the runner on third after he walked and then stole second and advanced to third on a wild pitch. Soshanek chops this one foul down the third base side, and it gets under the bench of the bullpen out in left field. Sochanek working a good AB right here. Looking to bring home Andrew Wagner. And he does! This one will get down as he laces one into left for an RBI single. Well done, Tanner Sochanek. 3-0.
Well done indeed. Takes it into left field, easily scoring. That's a great piece of hitting. That's exactly what we want, too. Nice little poke out into the outfield for Sochanek.
With that, Tanner Sochanek now has 10 ribbies on the season. And he makes this a 3-0 ball game. As Cameron Crawford, the first baseman, steps in. The first one he sees on the right side. He pops up to the second baseman, Luke Martin, who ranges over and lets this one drop. And Sochanek will advance to second. My wording might have been a bit poor there. I don't think he let that one drop. He just lost it in the smog that continues to roll in. And with one out, the Ground Sloths now have runners on first and second.
I don't have a whole lot to say. Just bad communication, I would say, between those three fielders out there to let that one drop. Not ideal at all, especially with the runner on. Now it's first and second. You still only have one out. Got to be able to collect an out somehow here.
Not sure if there was some miscommunication between the second baseman, Luke Martin, and the right fielder, Carson Butler. But either way, the first offering to Owen Adams runs down and away for ball one. Owen Adams had an RBI single his last time up, and he has another runner in scoring position for him this time. He'll ground this one back up the middle. The glove flip over to the shortstop is in time, but the throw from Meeker to Greamy is not in time. But they will get Cameron Crawford out at second. So now, with runners on the corners, the shortstop, Leighton Gerdes, is now up with two gone.
Meeker barehanded that one and threw it. You kind of had to, right? Because you're kind of a little risky, though. You're trying to collect outs. You already have one out. I love the swagger and trying to get two, but you got to be able to get one. They do there. But, man, risky with the bare hand.
Bridges will check in on Owen Adams now before he throws his first offering to Leighton Gerdes.
Because, I mean, if he drops that ball, now the bases are loaded with one out.
Leighton Gerdes on a high fastball. Thought about going around, but he held up. 1 ball and no strikes now to the right-handed shortstop, Leighton Gerdes. He awaits the pitch, and he'll chop this one foul down the third base side. It was a nice play, too, by Luke Martin, the second baseman, on a high chopper up the middle. Ended up gloving it and flipped it right to the hand of Griffin Meeker. They almost turned two. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Off goes the runner, and it hits him. And that'll be how the inning ends, as Owen Adams wears one, and he's now writhing in pain at the shortstop position. It would have been an RBI single for Leighton Gerdes, but his teammate, the second baseman, Owen Adams, on a hit and run, gets in the way of it and instead records the third out by getting drilled from a liner off the bat of his teammate, Leighton Gerdes. You don't see that every day.
I'm trying to read his body language. I think it definitely hurt, but he went down as if he had a leg injury, but he's walking. So I don't know. I originally thought maybe he was just really frustrated and it didn't hurt that much. Maybe he was just that frustrated because that is a run. But no, he's fine. He's going to walk back out of the position. All right. I don't know. Yeah, but you're right. I don't know if I've seen that before, ever. I've always heard about it. You'd always know that that's a rule, but don't know if I've seen it live.
Well, as Mason Souter gets set for his third inning of work, we'll keep it here with Braden Hartman. I'm Leo Romano. We've had a busy day. The defending champs Bobcats went down at the hands of the Prairie Flamingos 12-2 earlier. We have a fun game going on here, 3-0 in favor of the Ground Sloths. But the Blue Caps, they've just left people on base, 4 stranded through 2 innings. Max Greamy will lead things off here against Mason Souter to try to get something going and put runs on the board for the Blue Caps. Braden, what has stood out to you so far in this matchup between the Ground Sloths and the Blue Caps?
I think just the missed opportunities because they get, I would say like the last half inning, for instance, you had 2 outs before you started to do something. I would say the goal for the Blue Caps here would be to start early. Don't wait till there's 1 out or 2 outs. Let's get the leadoff man on. Let's move him over. Let's get something going and score some runs. You're tied in the hit total, 4-4. So I would say just try to get something going early here or very soon.
Nice pick by Leighton Gerdes as Cade Ashby makes the throw down to second. And we'll get the bottom half of the third underway. The Blue Caps find themselves down 3-0. But it's Max Greamy, the first baseman, who has the chance to lead things off against Mason Souter. He already has a single to his name this afternoon. It came back in the first. Max Greamy will look at the first pitch breaking ball that drops in the zone for strike 1. Working quickly is Souter. And he'll fire a fastball on the inside corner for strike 2. Great placement from the Charger out of Carl Sandberg. And he's working even quicker. Here's the 0-2. It runs high and inside for ball 1.
Gotta love a pitcher that gets the ball and is ready to pitch the second he gets the ball right back on the mound.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The curveball runs away from the right-handed Max Greamy for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He must want to get back to the dugout to watch the World Cup final. Greamy pops this one up to the right side. It's playable for the second baseman, Owen Adams, and he'll make the catch for out number 1.
If you want to salvage anything in this inning, the best case scenario here for the Blue Cats with that Lucas gets on now. You got 1 out. If you could split a gap here, that would be what I would say would be a big momentum swing for them.
Michael Lucas, the DH tonight, struck out his first time up. And he'll watch an off-speed pitch paint the inside corner for strike 1. As Souter kicks and deals a breaking ball away for ball 1. 1-1 the count now with 1 out. After the Max Greamy pop out to the second baseman, Owen Adams. The 1-1 hit softly right back at the pitcher, and Souter will toss it over to Cameron Crawford at first base in time. 2 gone now.
Although the Blue Caps have failed to take advantage of the opportunities that have been given to him, you got to give props to Mason Souter. He's doing an unbelievable job so far. He's given up 4 hits, but he's found ways to get out of innings and end innings, and that's what you got to do as a pitcher. You got to collect outs, find ways to hold them back as much as you possibly could, and he's done a great job of doing that so far today.
The Ground Sloth ace comes home with a hard fastball to Carson Butler, the right fielder, who struck out looking his first time up back in the first inning. Here's the 0-1 from Souter. He spikes this breaking ball into the dirt. And if Butler was a lefty, it would have gotten him. That one misses by quite a bit. But to your point, the Charger, Mason Souter, has been unbelievable, and he's looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. Will he get it here to Looper to right field? And tracking it down is the right fielder, Tanner Soshenik. No hits, no runs, and a 1-2-3 inning out of Mason Souter. Puts the third inning to rest. 3 in the books. And it's been all ground sloths up to this point. They have the 3-0 lead headed to the top of the 4th. Welcome back inside the corn crib. I'm Leo Romano alongside Braden Hartman as we're set for the 4th inning of action here between the ground sloths and the Blue Caps. Trenton Bridges returning to the mound for his 2nd inning of work for this Blue Caps bullpen. And the first pitch to the catcher, Cade Ashby, runs inside. Almost catches a piece of him for ball 1. Cade Ashby grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. He'll watch the second fastball miss just a hair low and inside. So quickly, Cade Ashby's ahead in the count, 2-0. From the belt, Bridges kicks and deals. And it's outside for ball 3. Bridges doesn't walk too many guys as he comes home with a fastball right down the middle for strike 1. He did walk Andrew Wagner to start off his outing today, back in the 3rd. The 3-1 chopped to the right side. Luke Martin, he's got it over to first in time. Cade Ashby grounds out to the second baseman to start things off here in the 4th inning. And now it's the DH, Logan Mills, who steps in on the right side. He struck out looking his first time up. The first offering to him is a breaking ball that misses low for ball 1. Braden, I've noticed that Bridges has gone to that breaking ball time and time again today. And he tries to go with it again there, and this time gets the call on the inside corner for strike 1.
Yeah, he's been using it quite a bit. I love the placement on that one specifically. If he can continue to put that slider in like that and throw it for a strike, he'll be in business.
Mills takes the 1-1 back up the middle for a line drive base hit. And with 1 out, Logan Mills gets things started here for the ground sloths, already ahead 3-0. Excellent piece of hitting from Logan Mills as the lineup turns back to Logan Rosenthal, the left-handed center fielder who will now step in for the 3rd time this afternoon in just the 4th inning. Bridges deals home, and it's a ball that misses low and away in the right-handed batter's box. The smog continues to pick up around the corn crib, but inside the stadium, not much of an issue right now, as the left-hander Logan Rosenthal chops at that one and fouls it off down the third base side.
I would say you begin to be able to really see it from where we're at once you get about to the tree line, I would say, is when you can tell that it's pretty smoky.
The 1-1 runs away from Logan Rosenthal for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out and 1 on after the Logan Mills single back up the middle. Bridges will step off and keep Logan Mills honest over at first. Here's the 2-1, and it misses the zone again, this time getting away from Josh Eisfelder. So it'll be a free base for Logan Mills, who makes his way over to second.
If you're the Blue Caps, can't give the ground sloths much more. I mean, you're down 3 runs already. The hits don't look that one-sided, but when it comes to scoring when they need to, the ground sloths have done that where the Blue Caps haven't.
The 3-1 hit well into right. Leaping is the right fielder Carson Butler to go off his glove, and 1 hop over the fence in right. Logan Mills will be awarded home. So it's a 1 out RBI ground rule double, his second ground rule double of the game, Braden.
And I just got done saying, that's the difference between the ground sloths and Blue Caps right now. The ground sloths coming through when they need to. They're getting the big hits like that. And the Blue Caps, they've had runners in scoring position. They've threatened, but they haven't put themselves in good enough positions to do that. And you put a lot of pressure on your hitters, and they just haven't been able to come through.
The first offering to Andrew Wagner is hit sharply into left. This one gets down in front of Austin Lucas, who's in left field. And it'll be the 3rd straight hit off the bat of the ground sloths in a 4-0 ball game. Runners on the corners now for the visiting team. And this is the last guy you want up if you're the Blue Caps. Andrew Dawson has been red hot as of late. The runner goes from first to second. This one backhanded by Griffin Meeker over to first. Not in time. Back over to third. They'll get him. But not before a run comes in to make this a 5-0 ball game.
I think he was safe originally and then slid through third and was unable to get back to the bag, and that's when he was tagged out. Great job by the third baseman over there for the Blue Caps, Trey Schilling, for keeping the tag on him. He lost the ball, so he would have been safe originally, but picked up the ball and had the brain to keep the glove on him once he picked it up.
Tanner Soshanek now steps in on the right side. He'll take this first pitch, low and away for ball 1. Dawson did beat out the ground ball to the shortstop Griffin Meeker, so it'll go down as an RBI single as Bridges misses low and away for ball 2 to Tanner Soshanek. And then Andrew Wagner slid in safely at third, but Trey Schilling applied the tag. Runner goes, and it's chopped foul by Tanner Soshanek. What an interesting sequence just a moment ago off the bat of Andrew Dawson. Ball flying all over the place. But they pick up another run as Bridges checks in on Andrew Dawson. 2 balls and 1 strike on a high inside pitch. They say Tanner Soshanek went around. He tried to check his swing, but failed to do so. 2 balls and 2 strikes now with 2 outs. Dawson, the runner on first. Soshanek, the batter. Here comes the 2-2, and it misses behind Tanner Soshanek. Andrew Dawson will take off for second as Josh Eisfelder can't haul it in. So now the 6th run is on second base for this Ground Sloths team.
I'm curious. I haven't been counting, unfortunately, but there's been quite a few of those that have gotten by the catcher, Eisfelder. None, I think, have been his fault.
Soshnik slaps at this one. And off the bat, got a piece of his front leg. So the Blue Caps infield will give him some time to walk it off. Soshnik. Remember, he walked back in the first and then ended up scoring. And then singled back in the third. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's a huge punch out for Trenton Bridges. And it limits the damage. But not before the Ground Sloths pick up 2 more and add to their 3-0 lead. They make it 5-0 as we're halfway home through this one. You're listening to KCL Baseball on the official YouTube of the Normal Corn Belters. After dealing 3 innings of no-run baseball, Mason Souders' day is done. And it'll bring in the right-handed Brady Alexander, who comes in with 4 innings of work under his belt in just 3 appearances. He's pitched the ball 61 times and has not walked anyone yet, and has 6 strikeouts to his name. And his first pitch is a fastball low and away to the catcher Josh Eisfelder for ball 1. Brady Alexander comes in with a 5-0 cushion. The second pitch swung on and hit well to left center. And Logan Rosenthal, the center fielder, tracks it down and makes the catch for out number 1.
He gave it a good ride, left center field. It was a great ball, just got a little bit under it. If he was a little bit more on top of the baseball a touch. Maybe not on top of the baseball, but hit it a little more square. He's probably finding turf out there for extra bases.
Brady Alexander makes quick work of Josh Eisfelder to start the bottom half of this 4th, and now he'll face the right-handed center fielder Carter Lang. Carter Lang already a fly out to his name today to the second baseman Owen Adams. And that first pitch runs in on him for ball 1. Brady Alexander from the stretch. Sets his belt and fires. This one down low for another ball. Carter Lang has had a decent summer so far. Looking to add another hit to his resume here, but he'll watch that one sail inside for ball 2. 2-0 the count with 1 out. Make it 3-0. Here's the 4th pitch. Right down central for strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike now with 1 out. Carter Lang stands tall and awaits the 3-1 from Alexander. He'll chop this one foul to draw the count at 3-2. Carter Lang batting .215 this summer after the flyout. Looking to bump up that average. The payoff pitch runs inside for ball 4. 1 aboard with 1 out now.
If they want to turn this whole thing around, I would hope for the Blue Caps, if I'm them, that Trey Schilling can come through here. Got to find a way to have a runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs. Take the pressure off some of your hitters.
The first offering to Trey Schilling is low and away. 1 ball, no strikes to Trey Schilling. Someone with only 5 hits this season and 1 RBI to his name. Desperately searching for something as he raises the hands on a pitch inside. That catches a piece of the zone for strike 1. One ball and 1 strike with 1 out and 1 runner on in a 5-0 ball game. As Brady Alexander fires over to his first baseman, Cameron Crawford, to check in on Carter Lang after the walk. Lang not going anywhere, though. He'll shorten up that lead as Alexander comes home. This one popped up on the left side. Camping under it is the third baseman, Andrew Dawson, and he'll make the two-handed grab for out number 2.
And that's just how this has gone for the Blue Caps. Got 1 out, finally have something going for a little bit. You just need 1 more hit, and they just can't come up with it. 2 outs now, and the runner at first. Once again, the Blue Caps in danger of leaving another runner on base.
They've already left 4 on in the first 2 innings. Wouldn't want to make it a 5th. With Carter Lang over there at first, and Brady Alexander will again check on him before firing the first pitch to Luke Martin. Alexander now comes set on the mound and deals. This one rushes high and inside on the batter, but number 6 able to turn his body and get out of the way of that one. 1 ball, no strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Blue Caps trying to dig themselves out of a 5-0 hole. The fastball from Brady Alexander catches a piece of the zone on the inside corner for a strike. 1-1 now. Luke Martin already with a single today. Can he get another hit here? Brady Alexander deals to him, and it's a big swing and a miss from Luke Martin for strike 2.
I think I'm going right back to that if I'm the pitcher here, because you got to throw. You get him to swing at something way ahead, early swing. I think you go right back to it, and then you can assess the situation from there if he lays off.
Luke Martin down 1-2 in the count. The pitch on the inside corner from Brady Alexander for strike 3. And that'll do it. We're through 4, and it's all ground sloths as they lead this one 5-0. Trenton Bridges' day is done on the mound as the Blue Caps manager Dave Lingle turns things over to his right-handed pitcher, number 20, Zach Corson, out of Mahomet, Illinois. The incoming college freshman currently still undecided, and the first pitch fastball is up and in on the first baseman, Cameron Crawford, for ball 1. Cameron Crawford stands in tall on the right side with his red helmet. He walked his first time up and singled his second time up. We'll see what he can do in his third at-bat as Corson delivers home with a strike right down central. 1 ball and 1 strike to the first baseman. Zach Corson from the belt. He kicks and deals. This curveball on the outer half of the plate for strike 2. Nice spot from Zach Corson. The 1-2. Chopped over to the first baseman. Nice play by Max Creamy. And he'll step on first. No problem.
Full control of that at bat there. Had him 1-2, fires a fastball, hits it right to the first baseman. Quick out to start your tenure out there on the mound, and a quick first out that hopefully will help you to focus in, build some momentum.
Through 4 2/3 innings of work this year, Zach Corson hasn't been as effective as he would have liked. He's let up 8 earned runs, 16 total. As the first offering to the right-handed second baseman, Owen Adams, catches a piece of the zone for strike 1. Adams had an RBI single his first time up and then grounded into a fielder's choice back in the third. He lines this one. Whoa, what a jumping catch from the shortstop, Griffin Meeker.
Meeker tracked that ball well right off the bat, saw it very well. Kind of rotated his body to his left, made a jumping catch. Really nice play by him.
Meeker's been all over the ball today. That's his third putout of the game. Wasn't the hardest hit line drive. Nonetheless, a nice play from Griffin Meeker. Brings up the shortstop and right-handed Leighton Gertis, who gets this one right past the glove of the diving Luke Martin and into right field for a base hit. So it's a 2-out single for the shortstop, and maybe this can get something going for the Ground Sloths, who are already ahead 5-0 here in the top of the fifth.
And that just, to go back on that play from Meeker, that just makes that play even more big, because I thought off the bat that was definitely a single in the left center gap. And now if he has a single here, now all of a sudden it's first and second, maybe first and third, because that ball is hit to the right side. Makes that second out there huge.
The catcher, Cade Ashby, now digs in on the right side. The first offering to him from Corson is a breaking ball that's nowhere near the zone for ball one. Cade Ashby searching for his first hit of the night. He's grounded out to the shortstop, Griffin Meeker, and to the second baseman, Luke Martin. Zach Corson looks over to first to check in on Gertis, but he won't go there. Instead, he fires home as Gertis takes off. The throw from Eisfelder, not in time. So it's a stolen base from Leighton Gertis, who almost popped off the bag, but luckily kept that back foot on. So Griffin Meeker would not be able to tack him out. The sixth run for the Ground Sloths now just 180 feet away and in scoring position for the catcher, Cade Ashby. Dancing around is Gertis. He takes off for third, and it'll be no contest from the catcher, Josh Eisfelder, as Gertis had an unbelievable jump on that one, Braden.
Yeah, he didn't have a chance to begin with, let alone the pitch being outside, causing him to have to go off to the side to catch that one. There was no chance. Really nice jump.
1-0 count with 2 outs. Another one that runs inside for another ball. Two count now to Cade Ashby. From the stretch, he deals liner to the first base side, and Max Greamy makes an unbelievable play. He robs the catcher of an RBI single, and that'll do it for the top half of the fifth. After some confusion in the count, it doesn't matter as Max Greamy retires Cade Ashby on the hard hit line drive down the first base side. Ground Sloths still ahead 5-0 as the Blue Caps will get their fifth chance at the dish when we return. Noah Adams in at second. Andrew Wagner moves in from left to third base. And Joe Clark is the replacement in left field. Brady Alexander remains the pitcher for this Ground Sloths team, set to face the Blue Caps left fielder Austin Lucas, who steps in on the left side. And the first pitch to him runs in on the inside corner for a strike. The second one in a similar spot. This one another ball. 2-0 count now. Austin Lucas already with a single earlier today. Looking to get something going. And he'll take a big swing and foul this one off right behind him. The Blue Caps, through 4 innings at the plate so far, have left 5 stranded. Looking to string together some hits. Here's the 2-1. And it's cut through for strike 2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Austin Lucas. Brady Alexander, the right-handed pitcher, working from the stretch. He now places his glove at his belt and he kicks and deals. This one lined into center. It'll get down. A base hit to lead off the bottom of the 5th for Austin Lucas. Will bring up the shortstop, Griffin Meeker.
That's what they've been looking for. Lucas comes through with a leadoff base hit. So now you have a runner on with no outs. And then right back to the top. That's who you want up to. Griffin Meeker. You want your big dogs coming up next. Need to score probably at least 1 or 2 in this inning.
Blue Caps looking to chip into this 5-0 deficit. Alexander, the first offering to Meeker, is inside for strike 1. Griffin Meeker already with a hit today. A second one would be huge as Alexander goes over to Cameron Crawford at first base to check in on Austin Lucas. But Lucas will have no problem getting back in time. Meeker sporting the yellow batting gloves today. Alexander goes back over to Cameron Crawford at first base to no avail. Just keeping Austin Lucas honest. He comes home now. And Alexander's pitch is chopped foul by Griffin Meeker.
Official scoring E10.
No balls. Alexander deals. And rings up Griffin Meeker for strike 3 on a pitch that grazes the outside corner. 1 gone now for the first baseman, Max Greamy, who struts toward home plate.
Great job painting the outside part of the plate with a fastball. But, I mean, if you're the Blue Cap hitter, Meeker, got to be able to do something with that. Way too close to be taken.
Max Greamy now steps in on the right side with his purple batting gloves and takes a breaking ball on the inside corner for strike 1.
I think if I'm Lucas over there, I got to think about taking second. 1 out. You gotta get something going.
Have to try to manufacture something if you're the Blue Caps. Down 5-0 in a must-win game as Brady Alexander fires over to first, again to no avail. But the Blue Caps are desperate for this one. A loss today would keep them in the 4 spot. as that pitch runs in on Greamy for strike 2. As it stands now, the Bobcats and the Blue Caps would play the 1v4 game, and the Ground Sloths and the Prairie Flamingos the 2v3 game. If this result holds, the games on Tuesday will be meaningless in terms of who's playing who, as that one runs away for ball 2. 2-2 the count now with 1 out. But it would matter to determine who the home team is in that Ground Sloths Prairie Flamingos 2v3 game. So come Tuesday, the games, regardless of the outcome, will have some sort of meaning. Here's the 2-2. And it's away for another ball.
I'm really surprised Lucas hasn't tried to take second. There's been a couple counts here where it was one of the more obvious times to be throwing a breaking ball, and he has not tried.
Alexander comes home. This ball laced into left, but it's going to tail foul. A hard piece of hitting there from Max Greamy. He was just a bit early on it, though, Braden.
Yeah, Greamy saw it very well, was just not able to sit back far enough in order to put that somewhere where it could do damage.
We'll do the 2-2 pitch yet again. Brady Alexander comes set and then fires to first. Really trying to keep Austin Lucas honest over on the first base bag.
I think he might even be surprised that he hasn't gone yet.
Brady Alexander now comes home. This ball laced into the left center gap. It'll get down. It'll one hop off the bottom of the wall. Austin Lucas rounds third, and he'll come in standing as the relay into the shortstop is bobbled. 5-1 now.
Greamy provides that big hit that the Blue Caps have been looking for. And the best part about it, it's a double. So now Greamy's at second, same situation. If you're Michael Lucas, let's do the exact same thing.
Michael Lucas with a runner on has a chance for his first hit of the game. He struck out his first time up. And in the third inning, he grounded out back to the pitcher. Brady Alexander comes home with a breaking ball that misses on the outer half of the plate for ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. Still only 1 out. It was Griffin Meeker who went down on strikes. And then Max Greamy's double just brought in Austin Lucas, who led off with a single. This one rolled over. Nice play by Andrew Wagner over at third as he fires across the diamond to Cameron Crawford in time for out number 2. Fresh count for Brady Alexander, this time to Carson Butler. Butler cuts through the first pitch, breaking ball for strike 1. Beautiful placement out of the hand of Brady Alexander. Carson Butler searching for his first hit of the game. 0 for 2 already. Looking to add another run for the Blue Caps. And he'll watch strike 2 catch a piece of the inside part of the zone. Butler quickly down 0-2 with 2 gone in a 5-1 ball game. Here's the 0-2 from Brady Alexander. And it sails high for ball 1. That one nowhere near the zone, as it sets up a 1-2 count to the right fielder, Carson Butler. Here's the 1-2. Greamy takes off, and this one's chopped foul by Butler. So Lucas will tap third and go back to second. After striking out looking his first time, Carson Butler had a nice piece of hitting his last time up, but Tanner Sochnik made a nice play on it back at the track. Few more Wheaties, and that fly out to the right fielder would have gotten out of here. Brady Alexander comes set, looks back Greamy at second, looks at him again. Greamy's dancing. He comes home. This ball hits softly to the second baseman, Owen Adams, who fires it over to Cameron Crawford in time. The Blue Caps might have left another stranded, but this time they finally get one across home plate. We're through 5 here at the Corn Crib, and it's 5-1 in favor of the visiting Ground Sloths. Back with you at the Corn Crib. The new arm for the Blue Caps is Blake Billups. His first batter faced will be the designated hitter, Logan Mills. And the first pitch here is in for a ball. The windup and the pitch. Catches a piece of the zone for strike one. 1-1 the count now to the DH, who singled his last time up and then ended up scoring on a Logan Rosenthal double. And we'll take that one as well for strike two. Swing and a miss for strike two. 2-2 count now. (5-1) Ground Sloths lead here in the top of the sixth. From the stretch, a nice off-speed pitch that gets Logan Mills down on strikes. Good job by Josh Eisfelder to squeeze that in as Logan Mills caught a little piece of it. 1 out.
Although you see that the runs have been scored, 10 hits, the Blue Caps pitchers did a pretty good job of setting hitters down when they have the advantage in the count. And I would say that's probably been the issue. They've falling behind a lot. They've been successful when they've been able to get ahead.
The first offering to the leadoff man, Logan Rosenthal, is in for strike one. Blake Billups' second offering is cut through by Logan Rosenthal for strike two. 0-2 now with one out. Blake Billups, 14 innings of work now this summer, as that one is spoiled away by Rosenthal. And that strikeout to Logan Mills is good enough for his 10th of the season. And he wears a 5.63 ERA to his name. Here's the 1-2. Lined up the middle, it's a base hit just past the glove of the second baseman, Luke Martin. And it'll be a one-out single for Logan Rosenthal, who has his third hit of the night.
It's about as good as a look you can get at the slider. He hung it a little bit. Great job by him to sit back on it and drive it.
Another excellent piece of hitting off the bat of Logan Rosenthal will bring up the left fielder, Andrew Wagner, who's now playing third base. And the first pitch from Billups is high and inside for ball one. Wagner singled his last time up. Runner goes, and it's chopped foul by Wagner, so Rosenthal will jog his way back to first base. One and one the count as Billups fires over to Max Greamy at first. Tried to get Rosenthal, but the center fielder dove back just in time. The 1-1. Billups comes home and misses low for ball two. 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 away and a runner on first after the Logan Rosenthal single. Another pitch that misses in the wrong batter's box. Make it 3-1 now. Three balls and 1 strike. Billups comes home with ball 4. Two men on and 1 out now for the ground Sloths.
Yeah, lost him there, unfortunately, and now it's going to be first and second here for the ground Sloths. If you're the Blue Caps, it's probably going to spark. Yeah, he's going to come out and talk to the umpire maybe or something. I thought he was going to go talk to the pitcher at first, and I was going to say probably warranted because 5-1 game, first and second. You can't allow more runs to score. You got to give your team a chance, and you're struggling yourselves to get something going. So the 5-1 lead alone is tough. If they allow them to score any more, it's going to feel almost impossible. We'll see what this is all about.
As they meet on the mound, I kind of want to talk about the normal Corn Belters as they are set for a 6:30 p.m. first pitch here tonight at the Corn Crib to take on the Springfield Lucky Horseshoes. That game highlighted by the return of Belters manager Billy DuBois. Braden, you got to imagine that the team is ready to have his energy back in the dugout.
Oh, for sure. I mean, nobody brings the energy quite like Billy DuBois, and they've missed him. They've been winning games. They've been playing well, but obviously something's missing in that dugout, and he is that key for them that helps them get momentum. And with him back, they're going to be flying around in the field. They're going to be striping baseballs. I'm looking forward to the game tonight.
Blake Billups will reset himself against Andrew Dawson, who pipes this one into right. Will it get down? Yes, it will. Off the glove of the center fielder, Carter Lang. And one run will come in just in time. What a close play at the plate. Much closer than it should have been. But Logan Rosenthal gets it, and it's an RBI single for Andrew Dawson, as Andrew Wagner also makes his way to third to make this a 6-1 ball game.
I think that the third base coach saw that the runner from first was not stopping, coming around second. So he would have overran the runner coming home. So they were like, 5-1, let's take a chance.
And it works out. Andrew Dawson has another RBI single, and now Tanner Soshanek is up for the fourth time of the contest, and he'll take ball one low. 2 RBIs now for Andrew Dawson, as the runner goes from first to third. And Braden, that's actually going to be 3 RBIs now for Andrew Dawson, going back to his sac fly in the first.
He's had a wonderful day so far. Seen the ball very well against these Blue Cap pitchers.
He and Logan Rosenthal have both been really good today. Blake Billups' fastball misses upstairs to Tanner Soshanek. 1-1 now. 2-1 now. Two balls, one strike. Billups comes home. This ball, a swing and a looper. Gets down in right field. 1 run will score. And Andrew Dawson makes his way all the way to third as Tanner Soshanek advances to second on the throw. It'll be an RBI single, and just like that, it's 7-1 with 2 in scoring position now with 1 out for the Ground Sloths.
Out there in roughly the same vicinity as the previous ball. Now it's second and third for the Ground Sloths, so they extend the lead 7-1. It's gotta be like deflating for the Blue Caps, who have struggled to get anything going.
The first pitch to the first baseman, Cameron Crawford, is low for ball 1. Cameron Crawford also has a hit to his name today, as he looks at ball 2 that's upstairs, trying to make it a multi-hit game and join both Logan Rosenthal and Andrew Dawson, and now Tanner Soshanek, who all have multi-hit games. This one rolled over down the third base line. That was almost fair,
Very
but it
close.
bounces foul. No one moves.
Yeah, very close. It bounced in fair territory all the way until the last one, and then I think it just moved a little bit to the left and ended up being a foul ball.
7-1 in favor of the Ground Sloths. Cameron Crawford, the batter, with 2 in scoring position. Dawson's on third. Soshanek is on second, as this pitch catches a piece of the inside corner for a strike. Now, I say Soshanek is on second, but he's taking one of the biggest leadoffs I've ever seen. He's already halfway down the line. As Cameron Crawford cuts through this one, it'll be strike 3. And looking for the ball is Josh Eisfelder. He can't locate it. So even though Cameron Crawford strikes out, he's now on first base. So the bases are loaded for Owen Adams, who already has an RBI single tonight.
I mean, Eisfelder's going to probably chuckle about it because that's all you can do, but that just goes to show how deflating the last couple runs have been. Nobody on the Blue Caps defense telling Eisfelder where the ball was. Everybody just staring there watching, and now all of a sudden with 1 out, bases are loaded, and I feel like Adams is going to stripe a baseball here, and it's going to be a even bigger lead.
First pitch to him was outside for ball 1, and he cuts through that one for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded. 7-1. Ground Sloths lead this one over the Blue Caps. The pitch from Billups runs inside for ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike. Billups, the off-speed pitch, drops in the zone for strike 2. That's an important pitch to even out this count to Owen Adams. Blake Billups from the stretch. This one laced in the left. Will it get down? No, it doesn't. It just drifts into foul territory. And if that one would have stayed fair, it could have cleared the bases. Still a 2-2 count now to Owen Adams with one out. Bases remain loaded. The next offering gets away from Blake Billups for ball 3.
Tough spot.
Billups comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and hit deep to left. This one is caught by a fan. What a great read from the young man in the yellow cap. Owen Adams still the batter with a full count pitch waiting for him, and he swings through this one and misses for strike 3. It's the second strikeout of the inning for Blake Billups. The second one that counts for an out. It's really the third of the inning as Cameron Crawford went down on strikes but then reached on a drop third.
Full count, bases loaded, one out. I mean,
first pitch taken to the opposite field, and it's a base hit. One run comes in, and the runner in Soshanek holds at third. It's now 8-1.
love that piece of hitting there, but I want to go back to the previous play. 3-2 count, one out. Absolutely no excuse to be late on a fastball. Got to be ready to hit it and adjust. Being late on the fastball there, at least not putting something in play, is a huge loss. Luckily, Joe Clark out there to pick him up with a single.
Clark does a nice job in getting that one through. This one just hit softly to second base, and Luke Martin will underhand it to Max Greamy to limit the damage, but not before the Sloths pick up a flurry of runs. They lead this one 8-1 through the top half of the sixth. When we return, the Blue Caps, Josh Eisfelder, Carter Lang, and Trey Schilling are due up next. Brady Alexander's day is done, and it brings up the right-handed Colin Burns, who's already thrown over 11 innings this year. This will be his 6th game of the season, and he sports a 3.7 ERA as the first pitch to Josh Eisfelder is chopped just foul down the third base side. And we've had some changes over the last few innings, so we'll catch you up on the defensive end for the ground sloths. It's Joe Clark in left. Logan Rosenthal remains in center. Tanner Soshnik, the right fielder, as Josh Eisfelder pops this one foul down the first base side. Andrew Wagner is now at third base. Owen Adams is at shortstop. Andrew Dawson at second. And Cameron Crawford at first. As Colin Burns' second pitch runs upstairs. The next offering just misses a piece of the zone. Josh Eisfelder, only up for his 3rd time today, 0 for 2. A one-hopper to Andrew Wagner at third. He fields it cleanly. Close play at first, but the throw just beats out Eisfelder for the first out in the bottom of the 6th.
Yep, just barely got him at first. Good job collecting himself, knowing how much time you have, and then throwing across the diamond for the out.
Nicely done by Andrew Wagner, whose internal clock worked overtime there. It was a close play, closer than it probably should have been, but he makes it nonetheless. Now he's going to cut this one off from the shortstop, and Andrew Wagner fires over across his body and on the run makes a good throw to Cameron Crawford for out number 2.
I love the aggressiveness, but that's probably one you should let go through for Adams. But I love the aggressiveness coming across the diamond, gloving it. He made the play, so nobody talks about that. 2 outs, except for Braden Hartman. Braden Hartman talks about that.
Back-to-back ground outs to Andrew Wagner brings up Trey Schilling. And he'll chop this one foul right behind him toward the third base dugout. Trey Schilling, 0 for 2 on the day. Looking for his first hit here. The 0-1. A beautiful pitch right down central that pops out of the glove of Kate Ashby. Very unusual to see a pitch right in the zone dropped by the catcher. Zero balls and 2 strikes. Colin Burns from the windup. Kicks and deals. It's high and inside. Almost grazes the bat of the hitter Trey Schilling for ball 1. Here's the 1-2. It's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Colin Burns makes quick and easy work of the Blue Caps' 5, 6, and 7 hitters. So we'll go to the top of the 7th as the Ground Sloths lead this one 8-1. They're in complete control heading into the 7th. You're listening to KCL Baseball on the official YouTube of the Normal Corn Belters. Logan Mills set to lead off the top half of the 7th, and he'll cut through a fastball from the Blue Caps closer for strike one. The 0-1 down and away for ball one. Logan Mills, 1 for 3 on the day, 2 strikeouts to his name. Once he went down swinging, the other looking, but he singled and scored back in the 4th. The 1-1 produces another swing and a miss from Logan Mills for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the DH. This one sails high for ball 2. 2-2 the count now. Now the count runs full with that ball missing low and away. And we believe Blake Billups' day is done, and it looks like Michael Lucas gets his first look on the mound this summer. And it's a line drive to the third baseman, Trey Schilling, who makes a nice backhanded grab for out number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, pinch hitting for the ground sloths, number 2, Tyler Cerna.
Tyler Cerna now pinch hitting for the red-hot Logan Rosenthal. And he'll take ball 1 on the outside half. Tyler Cerna this season out of Eureka College has been a reliable bat as he takes ball 2 low and away. He's been batting .261 with 6 hits and an RBI to his name. He's also scored 3 times this season. With nobody on, he's just looking to get on. This one back up the middle, gets right past the pitcher and into center field for a base hit.
I think that might have caught a piece of Lucas as well. I think it might have caught him a little bit, maybe in the side, but seems to be just fine. He's more upset that he gave up the hit than that it hit him. So he has a chance to get out of it, though, against here Wagner. You can get a ground ball, double play, send your offense up to bat for the last time.
Wagner looking to become the 5th ground sloth with a multi-hit game in this one. Takes ball 1 low and away. Logan Rosenthal did it before he was just pinch hit for. Andrew Dawson has 2 hits. Tanner Soshanek has 2 hits. And Leighton Gerardis. The 1-0 swung on, and it's playable for Austin Lucas out in left field. He'll make the grab. 2 gone.
Second baseman, number 18, Andrew Dawson.
Andrew Dawson now steps up to the plate. First pitch to him is spiked and gets behind Josh Eisfelder. So Logan Rosenthal's pinch hitter, Tyler Cerna, will dig for second. And he's there standing. So a ground sloth insurance run in scoring position. Andrew Dawson lifts this one down the left field side. Playable for the third baseman, Trey Schilling, and he'll make a comfortable grab for out number 3. So that'll do it for the top half of the 7th. The ground sloth still ahead 8-1. It'll take a lot out of this Blue Caps lineup to come back from this one. After going 1, 2, 3 in the bottom half of the 6th, the ground sloths will return to the mound. Colin Burns to close the door against the Blue Caps. And his first pitch to the second baseman, Luke Martin, is a breaking ball that misses the zone low for ball 1. Luke Martin already with a single and a strikeout to his name today. This one chopped. What a play by Andrew Wagner as he lays out for it, but he fails on the transfer. So Luke Martin will get first base, and the leadoff man is aboard for the Blue Caps.
Tough play regardless. Gets up. It would have been really tough to make, but seals the deal, not able to transfer cleanly.
Austin Lucas, the left-handed batter, now steps in. And he'll cut through this one and take it to the opposite field for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for the 8-9 hole in this Blue Caps lineup. And all of a sudden, they got something brewing here, down 7.
It's going to take a lot of hits string together and probably a few pitching changes to do this one. So we'll see if Griffin Meeker can keep it going.
Colin Burns looked great last inning, going 1, 2, 3, and now back-to-back base knocks. As this ball sails foul, the first pitch to Meeker is a long strike 1. Griffin Meeker started off this game with a single for the Blue Caps back in the bottom of the first. 0 for 2 since with a flyout to the first baseman and a strikeout. Looking, this one sailed into center. Getting a bad hop on it is Luke Martin, but he'll make it in to third base safely, and Austin Lucas will make it into second. So after the errant throw by Burns, who tried to check in on Luke Martin over at second, now puts 2 in scoring position for the leadoff man, Griffin Meeker.
I mean, you're up 7 runs. There's not really a huge reason to try and pick off there. 7 runs, 8-1 game. Get the batter at that point.
First pitch. Meeker catches a piece of the zone. Here's the 0-1. It runs inside for ball 1. Should the Blue Caps come back, it will complete the wildest comeback this season in the KCL. Here's the 2-1. Line drive into right center. It's going to get down. 1 run comes in. 2 runs come in. It's all of a sudden 8-3 with nobody out and a runner on first after the Griffin Meeker 2 RBI single.
Love that swing from Meeker. Splits the gap in right center field, scores 2 runs. That's exactly where you want to place it to score both runs for sure. Keep it going. See if you can keep stringing stuff together. Still no outs.
And now Max Greamy is the batter. He already has a single of his own and an RBI double back in the 5th. Meeker, the runner on first. He'll hold as the pitch almost hits Max Greamy for ball 1. It was a breaking ball that just got away from the pitcher, Colin Burns. He'll come set and fire. Another breaking ball that gets away from him. This time, a little more over the plate, but still a ball. Blue Caps haven't had much going their way all day, and they're threatening, not going down without a fight here. From the stretch, a beautiful looking strike out of the hand of Colin Burns to bring this count to 2-1. Back-to-back-to-back singles for the Blue Caps to start off the bottom half of this 7th. This is a grounder to the shortstop, Owen Adams. He'll flip it over to Andrew Dawson for 1. Over to first for 2. What a double play!
And that pretty much almost seals this game, 8-3. Now no runners on. It's going to be extremely tough now for the Blue Caps to come through. Great turn by the ground sloth middle infield.
And a clean slate now for Colin Burns as he'll face the DH, Michael Lucas, who takes a curveball inside for strike one. No balls and one strike. Make it no balls and two strikes as Michael Lucas takes a big swing and whiffs on the second pitch of his at-bat from Colin Burns. The 0-2, high and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This pitch inside again for ball 2. 2-2 the count with 2 outs to the DH, Michael Lucas. Colin Burns looking to close the door. The windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That'll do it. The Ground Sloths win this one 8-3 over the Blue Caps. What a game. What a finish. Now it's time to watch the World Cup final.
Ground sloths, really nice job today. I think 13 hits is what that says. Oh, maybe it says 15. Regardless, double-digit hits for the ground sloths. No errors, very clean on defense. You put up 8 runs. You score. You don't go 2 innings without scoring 0. You're scoring early, often. You're getting on base. They did everything correctly. On the other side for the Blue Caps, I would say this is a game of missed opportunity. They had so many chances to score. They had runners in scoring position that they were leaving on. They were getting 2-out hits, but they didn't do anything with it. They weren't getting the leadoff hits or the 1-out hits that they needed and could not find that big hit in the big moments. For them, 8-3, you have 9 hits, but the problem is when those hits came. So something that probably leaves in kind of a sour taste in their mouth, but obviously sometimes you just don't have it some days. Sometimes you just can't find that opportunity, and that's what happened today.
With the loss, the Blue Caps fall to 8-13. And get this, you hate to say it this way, but that'll clinch their 4th place spot out of 4 teams in the KCL. So they'll be set to be the visiting team against the Bobcats come Wednesday, which will be round 1 of the KCL playoffs. And then the Ground Sloths and Prairie Flamingos will face off in the 2nd versus 3rd place game. The home team still to be decided after a pair of games on Tuesday. And if you thought that's all we had for you here from the Corn Crib today, well, hate to say it, but you're wrong. We still got a 3rd game coming your way. It'll be on Home Team Network as manager Billy DuBois returns to the helm and to the dugout for your normal Corn Belters as they host the visiting Springfield Lucky Horseshoes. That pitch, again, will be on the Home Team Network at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Braden, anything else for our viewers at home?
Watch the Corn Belters tonight. Watch the World Cup final. It's going to be an interesting finish. They only need +1 minute for the time, 90 minutes right now if I'm looking at the score correctly. And, yeah, I don't think RC has been able to get anything going. It's been all Spain, but they still haven't scored. So, very close one. Anything can happen in those games. So, have fun with that. Tune back into the Corn Belters later tonight, and we will see you on Wednesday, I think, for KCL action potentially.
Beautiful. That's all we have. Thank you for joining us this morning and afternoon. It's been a real pleasure. From the Corn Crib, Braden Hartman and Leo Romano saying goodbye and so long.